Hi. In an earlier episode, we had talked about the effects of comparison by parents and teachers. Some people don't need anybody else to compare them and make them feel bad. They do the comparison themselves and feel miserable. Let us discuss this in this episode. I'm delighted to welcome you to another episode of Mindscape Matters, a channel to discuss mental health and more. I am Dr. Mohan Raj. I am a consultant psychiatrist based in Chennai, and I'll be your guide as we explore this wonderful landscape together. Comparison by parents or teachers or anybody is painful. When the comparison is done by others, a person can employ some psychological strategy to safeguard themselves and their self-esteem. But when the comparison is done by self, there is no defense. When we criticize ourselves, we can be very harsh. And the comparison leads to low self-esteem, ideas of worthlessness, and sadness. A bright upcoming cricketer told me once, "Whatever I do, I'll never be playing like Sehwag. What is the point?" So I asked him, "Do you sing?" And he said, "Yes, I sing, but I sing so badly I'm nowhere near SPB." So for two traits, playing cricket and singing, he's comparing himself with Sehwag and SPB. And you can imagine the amount of people that he will be comparing himself on various talents. Why would somebody compare oneself with others? As we discussed in the earlier episode, it could be an effect of parents comparing them constantly, and they learn the parental template and continue doing it. Another reason could be the impression that it's a competitive world and everything has to be understood in relation to other things. It starts with parents obsessing about getting the first rank in the class. This graduates into school, college, and in later days into all industries. Media would speculate on who is the number one movie star or number two, etc. The media circus has now become a routine in all industries. Prestigious magazines run cover stories on the top 20 or top 50 engineering colleges, medical colleges, or management institutes. And they rank from 1 to 50 on various parameters. It's incidental that we find advertisements of these institutes in the same issue of the magazine. What is the effect of comparing oneself with others? Many years ago, an industrialist told me, "What is the point? I'll never be Dhirubhai Ambani." This wealthy person is feeling poor because he's comparing himself with another person. He sees no hope in this situation on this wealth scale he has chosen and feels miserable. If you are a person who compares yourself with others, what can you do? Instead of comparing, you can get inspired by another person. If one is playing cricket, one can get inspired by the style of Sehwag or the dedication of Sachin or Dravid or the cool-headedness of Dhoni. The person can get inspired and learn some behavioral trait from the sports person. This way, they can become players by incorporating those traits. We can have n number of behavioral role models from which we learn something. On the other hand, if a person compares themselves with another player, they're going to feel bad that they are not near the other person. If they want to catch up with a particular player, train hard, and finally think they are catching up, they find the other player has moved further and continues to be better than them. This can be very frustrating. Rather than trying to catch up with someone else, a person can be aware of their strengths and weaknesses at a particular point of time, say October 2022. They can then decide where they want to be in 6 months. And they can also think of what they need to do to get there in 6 months and start working towards that goal. This way, the comparison is only with self at a particular point of time. Each one of us is unique. Like every plant in a garden is unique, we are all unique. There is no need to feel superior or inferior in comparison with others. Let's celebrate our individuality and uniqueness. Thank you for watching this far. If you like this video, please tell 4 of your friends. Tell them there is a Tamil version also. Stay tuned because Mindscape matters. Bye.